we actually have a very high rate of obesity in the ADHD population, which is contrary to popular belief, where people might think, well, particularly with the hyperactive types, they're burning so much energy that they must be, thin as rails. That's not the case. Actually, there are lots of studies that have looked at in young children and gastric bypass patients that there's a very high prevalence of ADHD, which makes sense in terms of impulse control disorders and the inability basically to shut off, to say, okay, I'm full. People with ADD are oriented externally, and so internally their body cues of satiety, of fullness aren't really there. If there's food on the plate, that I'm still hungry and I'm going to continue eating, is how the person with ADD thinks. And when you think about it, actually to eat healthily, you have to have a certain amount of executive functions, time management skills to know when you have to start preparing a meal, if you have to defrost the meat before preparing for it, organization skills such as, do I have all the ingredients, have I food shopped for the right products and the right recipes, do I know where they are in my house and what cabinet. All of those things are very, very important for healthy eating, as well as making very healthy decisions. Many people with ADD are quite impulsive and oftentimes will gravitate towards high fat or high carb, high sugar foods that are very instantly pleasurable but might not be the most healthy food. Now, not to mention as well, many people with ADHD also tend to skip breakfast, which really is the most important meal of the day. And when we skip breakfast, what we're doing is we're setting our metabolism into a very low point, which then has us crave high fat, high carb, high sugar foods. So schedule your meals and take some time, as hard as it is, maybe on a Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, half an hour, maybe even just planning your meals for the week. But again, don't be ashamed, especially if you're a parent, especially if you're a mom who is not only planning meals for yourself, but for your children as well. Don't be embarrassed if you have a nutritionist, if you have someone that you need for that support to help you sort of create that structure for yourself. It will go a very, very long way. But start with one thing at a time.